Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Katmia.
Welcome to the This and That Chat.
You know, I forgot what it sounds like.
There's no way for me to give you a headset.
I need to hear it again. I feel like I'm playing a song in my mind that has nothing to do with the song that's actually playing.
You want to hear it? I can bring it up. It's actually very easy to do it. And apparently I am... Oh, wait. Hey, look. How weird is that? It's Inception.
What? Right.
So I wonder...
It's our podcast within the podcast. Here we go. Anytime
Awkward
now?
silence.
Yes, awkward silence. I don't know why it didn't go. Hold on.
Oh, what a fail. Never mind. I don't want to hear it anymore.
What a fail. What a fail. Hold on.
Hi, I'm Peter.
Wait, hold on. Damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, I'm Peter. And I'm Katmia.
That is not the song that I was listening to in my head.
No?
Nope. Now it came back to me. People must wonder, why is it that I can't hear? But it's because I don't have headphones. Only you have headphones. So you can hear me talking. Obviously, I can hear you talking because you're right here. But I can't hear any audio or anything that's going on in the background.
Right.
So
I haven't figured out how to do
double.
two headsets.
You haven't tried very hard.
I haven't tried very hard. But the thing is also, to be fair, you sit about 10 feet away from me.
So?
We would need a 10-foot cord.
They sell those.
Okay. All right, we'll figure something out.
Give me another one.
No, I'm just
I'm going to knock them all out of the park.
Hey, we got to figure it.
And also, another thing is... I just completely lost my train of thought because I was trying to move my chair. Another thing is that you are religious about listening to the podcast every week. I have listened to the podcast, like sometimes when you've told me you have to hear.
Well, I listened to it. Rehear it.
Rehear it?
Rehear it.
Okay, that just sounds weird. You have to listen to it again. You have to listen. You have to hear it play back, whatever. And I feel like the last one was, oh my God, 8 months ago, perhaps, was the last time that I heard a podcast.
8 months ago.
Yeah.
Have we been doing this for 8 months?
Yeah.
Have we?
We're like past it. We're at 10 months right now. That's what I'm saying. It was like in the beginning.
Because there was
this one podcast. You remember there was this one podcast that I really, really was like, ugh, I just feel like it sucked. And then I heard it again and I was like, oh, it was good. I think that day I was just sort of feeling off. Mm-hmm. And it was one of those where I was like, ugh, terrible. And then I heard it. I was like, it's not so bad.
Well,
it was at the very beginning again. Yeah.
Well, we were actually just talking about this before we started. So we don't, I think we've mentioned this before. We don't actually start, like we hit record and we don't know where we're going.
Which I think is just the fun of this, right? I think I've heard this from several people already, right? That there is an ease of conversation. Conversation just flows. It's very natural and all that stuff. And I think that makes me so happy because from the get-go, I remember that from our very first trailer, is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Like a preview?
Our only trailer?
Our only trailer, right?
Where you picked up a British accent.
Hello, darling. On that trailer, we talked about just joining us for a conversation. Just be a fly on the wall and hear us talk. This is literally us, you know? And because I'm such a talker, there's never going to be a dull moment of conversation between us. We can talk about anything. In fact, one of my sisters asked me if we have ever sat in complete silence while we're eating. And I was like, not complete silence. Like, yeah, if the food is good, you're,
You have little
quiet.
spurts
Yeah,
of
but
silence.
not like complete silence. And she's like, so you always have something to say to each other?
The fact that came from your sister,
A
knowing
sister.
a sister, knowing you, and the fact that you always have something to say.
Yeah, but maybe it was like, I mean,
There, okay.
I
There,
feel like she could go quiet for a while. She doesn't find the need to talk all the time. So maybe for her, it was one of those things where, well, maybe she's not this talkative all the time. I don't know.
well, I'm the one that runs quiet sometimes, where I can stop, but if you get me going, I go.
And I was thinking the other day something about, I know it's completely stupid, right? Or it's insignificant to some, I would say, because there is nothing at all that is out of this world about your day. Okay? You have a pretty consistent, ordinary job with very predictable patterns in the day and weeks
Yes.
and all that stuff, right? Okay.
The grass grows, I cut it.
Exactly, right? Trees need to be trimmed. The stuff needs to be dumped. Like, it's kind of the same thing, right?
It just changes location and variations of those
And
happen.
the problems that arise are expected. Like, everything is just so predictable, right? And yet, I was thinking the other day that I absolutely love hearing you talk. I love hearing you talk because I feel like there's more that you're bringing to me. I don't even know if I'm explaining this correctly, but you have different experiences and something happened and you're telling me about it. And to me, it's very exciting when you have something to tell me because I feel like I talk enough for the two of us. So it's nice that there's like something else. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes. All of that. Yes.
All of it, yes. So, yeah.
So something else.
Yes.
That
I just remembered we were going to talk about the mattress guy. So, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm getting good.
Better.
Better.
Well, no, let's talk about the mattress guy.
No, what were you going to say though?
About that, but
Oh, yeah, let's
we'll-
talk about that. We'll come back
Yes?
to it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We just had a eye conversation where no words were spoken, and we knew where we were going.
Yeah. That happens after 22 years.
Is it 22 years already?
It's going to be in 3 months. I was thinking about that too, about how you get to a time where you're just like ahead.
Are we more than 10 months? Because we had an anniversary.
Yeah.
We started in March?
We started in March. Yeah.
Wow. You just blew my mind.
Really?
Yes.
Did you feel like it had been less time?
I cannot believe we're coming up on a year.
I mean,
We took a little
we
break.
have to, yes, I mean,
But the break was not enough for us to be like, here's a year.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, wow, right? And yeah, when you look in hindsight, time just like, where did it go?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So we were talking in this, talking to
One of the
I had to get all that
things-
out. Hold on.
Okay, wow. Do you need a minute?
No, I think I got all of it out.
Okay,
It was
good.
the French.
Take a deep breath.
I had some French in me.
A cleansing breath. Actually, let's just talk about that for a minute. My iWatch
We are
every
everywhere.
now and then reminds me with a little circle,
Breathe.
breathe. That's how I hear it saying it to me.
We are
Breathe.
it's gonna take
And
guys,
you know what I do? I take a nice, clean, deep breath. And it's like, yes, remember to breathe.
any of our older listeners, like the ones that have been with us for a while, they're like, this is normal. Any new listeners, it gets easier. Just keep listening.
Correct.
We
and
we jump.
and
We're all over the place.
one thing about this, okay? So, one of my sisters told me that she recently had a conversation with her partner's mother, okay? And they had a conversation, and she was jumping from one subject to another, okay? And my sister was following along, keeping up with the conversation, right? And she made a comment about how wonderful it was to be able to talk to her and have her, but like, I guess, keep up with her, right? And she was like, oh, this is just like talking to my older sister. And that made me laugh so much because I was like, you're welcome. See, I've helped you.
It's life training.
And there you go. You are going to come across people who do jump from topic to topic. And it takes a special person to be able to keep up.
It does. So if you're keeping up with us, you're a special person.
What a crazy thing. I just had my mind blown.
Okay.
What a crazy thing that your favorite Looney Tunes character is Wile E. Coyote. And I'm the Roadrunner.
We talked about this.
We talked about me being the Roadrunner. I don't remember talking about your favorite character being Wile E. Coyote before you even met me as a child.
Me getting
You were
splattered.
destined to be Wile E. Coyote.
I was destined to be roadrunned all the time.
How amazing is that? I'm sorry,
For
my mind
you,
was just
who's doing the
blown.
road running,
Listen, and you're always, you keep up.
I wish. This is the times when I wish we were.
Let's talk about New Mombasa.
Listen, hold on. This is the times that I wish we were recording our conversations.
We are recording them.
No, video.
Oh.
Because the look that I just gave Ketmia
Is what makes me laugh.
is what makes her laugh.
Exactly.
Anyways, so New Mombasa,
Yes.
for those of you who don't know what that is, there is a video game that we've been playing for 10 years.
Really?
I would say.
10 years old.
We've been in this house 6 years.
I would say it's longer than that.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I think
We've-
Mike was 8 years old. Mike was little because you didn't let
Like
him
12
play
or
it.
13 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because it's right when we moved here, remember?
We were living in Lakeshore.
And we've been here 12 years.
We have not talked about Lakeshore.
No, I mean, we haven't talked about our whole life.
I
There's
know,
so much.
But I just remembered Lakeshore.
Okay,
I guess, okay,
so
we're going to pin Lakeshore for another day.
Okay.
So
Who's
we
keeping track of all the pins?
They're all over the place. We will never, ever finish. Anyways, so we've been playing Halo since Halo 3.
Mm-hmm.
And goodness, we have gone through a few different iterations in our names. We talked about that a little bit on the gaming episode. I forgot which episode
Wait,
that
I
was.
feel like you skipped over a little history there.
I'm not done, but okay.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I was just going to say that Halo is something that we played for a long time, right? It was our pastime when it came out, whenever that was, 2000. I don't want to say a date.
Whatever it was.
I don't know. But way back then, 12, 13 years ago, okay, that's what we would do as a pastime with our time together, was to play that on a split screen, which anyone who has, done any kind of gaming, that takes some getting used to. And we did that until
2007.
I was going to say 2008. All right. And we were there for like the release of the next Halos. Like we would go to the release things. Of course, our son always.
It would have been 2008 because it was at the end of 2007 and we didn't start playing right away.
and I'm saying, like, to him, this was so much fun that his parents were into it. And, he got into gaming, I feel, a little early because of that. But we were really, really good. And we played for the next one was Halo Reach that came out, or it was.
Yep, Halo Reach.
Right. And then there was.
ODST.
I think it was, right, ODST, which
Listen,
was just like
there have been a lot of games.
Right. But I'm saying then whenever Halo Reach came out, we played it. And then something happened that we have actually talked about. We looked back and I don't know what happened, when it happened, that we all of a sudden found ourselves not playing anymore.
Well,
because
the group that we were playing with kind of started to break down.
Yeah, but still, because I remember after Lakeshore, right, we moved again and we were in Palm Breeze, and from Palm Breeze, we bought our house here. So
but when
we moved here,
when we moved to Palm Breeze,
we played there.
Right, but there was a break.
And that's where the break happened.
Yeah.
We played there, I feel like, when we moved in, and then somewhere in between there, we just played less and less and less until the point where we weren't playing anymore. I don't know what happened exactly, but and it wasn't just Halo. We gamed other games, right? Things that we could do together.
There was a few just job changes that happened. There was
a busyness, maybe. There was just a busyness in our life.
The people that we were playing with, a few of them had stopped playing because some had moved away. One of the guys that we were playing with passed away. So there was just a lot that happened all throughout that time, and then we
sort of drifted away from it.
We paused it.
Yeah. And it took a long pause to the point where we didn't ever think it was going to come back, right? And then what happened this year, we purchased an Xbox in anticipation of Halo. Was it
Halo
last year?
Infinite.
Actually, I think we purchased the Xbox last year, waiting for Halo to come out. And this is Halo Infinite, right? And it was like a comeback, which made me think, I'm sorry, I know I'm having a lot of flashbacks to other things, but you know how all these movies like Terminator and Indiana Jones, everybody's having they're coming back.
Their rebirths.
Right? It's coming back and they're bringing back the old actors. That's what I feel like we are. We came back to the new Halo scene where there's a whole new generation of people playing Halo for the first time. Right? And we're the old people.
It's changed.
It's right. It has changed so much. And we are coming back into the scene, and we came back with a fury. Me more than you, I feel. Okay.
Yes.
Something happened.
This is the reason why this conversation is being had. Because so I'm setting up, getting ready for us to record, and I step out of the room real quick, get water, go to the bathroom, do all this stuff, whatever, so we can get ready to sit down and have this conversation without interruption. And I come back into the theater room, and who's on Halo with her little 3 minutes in between of me getting ready to come sit down to record? She's modifying her weapons and changing her Spartan and looking at different colors and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, you're addicted. And she's like, yes, I am. I'm no shame.
But wait, there's more.
Go ahead.
Well, what happened then?
Oh, so she goes, you want to see how addicted I am? She doesn't even try to hide. No, she's like, you want to see how and she did it with sass.
Listen.
You want to see how addicted I am?
Own it.
And she pulls out. She pulls out the Halo Infinite soundtrack on her phone and hits play on a song. And I'm like, are you serious? And I'm thinking that's the end of it. But no, it gets better. Okay, I'm gonna
Keep
hold on.
talking.
Before I finish, I need to sidebar just a little bit.
Okay.
So, this past year, I bought Ketmia a truck. Okay, we welcomed Bessie into
We talked about Bessie already.
We haven't.
What?
We haven't talked about Bessie.
We haven't.
We haven't.
What?
I know.
Oh.
So
Okay.
So we have been wanting a truck for 20 years. We've been talking about wanting a truck for 20 years. And we finally were able.
I feel like we did talk about this, babe.
I don't think
Because
so. Either way.
Okay.
Either
we
way.
talked about. Yes, we did. We did talk about Bessie. Hold on. We can't forget that we talked about her because we talked about the difference between us buying a car when we were desperate for one and what it was like to walk in knowing what we wanted.
We did.
We did. You skipped that episode.
It was, yeah. Anyways.
So dear old Bessie.
So dear old Bessie, right? So it's a big truck. We got some nice big wheels on it, and it rides nice and high. And it's if you're driving a small car and Bessie's coming at you, it's scary.
Intimidating.
It's intimidating. So Missy over here tells me, "Whoa, sorry about that." My stomach rolled.
They couldn't hear that.
Oh, they heard it.
You just TMI'd them.
Oh,
but
no,
go ahead.
they heard it because I heard it in my headset. So Missy over here tells me that on her way to school, because now she's going to school 5 days a week, on her way to school, to pump herself up,
Get myself ready. Get in the
playing
mindset.
the soundtrack, and she's making believe like she's driving the Warthog down the Florida Turnpike to get to school.
To get to school. And guess what? When I get there, I feel like I'm ready for battle. I'm ready for my day. I'm a warrior.
I wish I could have a little camera that's hidden because I in my mind's eye see you driving, and when so your road rage becomes you making gun sounds at the car in front of you, like if you're playing the game. That's
road rage, eh?
That's my mind's eye.
Road rage.
Yes.
Are we airing laundry now?
I'm not airing any laundry. All I am stating are facts
I'm
that you are blind to.
Listen, I am very vocal when it comes to idiot drivers, as I am sure 95% of the population is as well.
Yes.
Okay.
But you don't like to admit it.
Road rage? I want to call it road rage.
Okay.
Vocal rage.
Vocal rage.
Vocal rage, yes.
So anyways, Ketmi is addicted.
I am. I so am.
I love playing. I enjoy it.
But not as much as I do.
But I want to relax too. I'm on the road driving all day long. And I like.
Is this not relaxing for you?
It is, but it takes a lot of mental and eye strain because there's so much that's going on.
Maybe we need to get you new glasses. Maybe. What if you had no eye strain?
I don't have eye strain.
You just said you have eye strain.
I said that it
This is
causes
one of those?
eye strain.
What? That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Oh my God.
It's not like I'm like you have to focus. You're like focusing and looking and like going. It creates.
You're right that it does. Oh, actually, somebody told me that the new Xbox graphics, I guess, they're running at like a certain sort of speed that only text would understand, that apparently it strains your eyes even more because they're processing that.
Our TV changes to game mode to be able to accept those new graphics.
Wow.
So
it's incredible. And it's funny enough that I can play without getting nauseous in this game, but there are some games, and maybe it's because I don't know the mechanics of the game, but there are some games that I have tried to play and I end up feeling a lot of motion sickness, and I for sure cannot watch anyone playing. So you know how I don't know. But
Well, you can't watch anyone playing, but we play split screen. So we're on the same screen, top and bottom,
Right.
and we do play off of each other's screens.
right.
We do have that little bit of an advantage.
Right, but it's just like a quick glance. It's
Yes, but
almost like,
But like when we play, like there's certain maps that we play where we use each other to be better.
yeah, and to look at different directions as we're like watching each other's backs and stuff. Yeah, it's very nice. I don't know. For me, I think there is the part of me that is 1,000% addicted to it, and then there's the other part of me that enjoys it because you don't fall asleep. So we can spend that time
Are
together.
we airing laundry?
You just stopped me dead in my tracks.
Well,
oh my god.
are we?
That was shade in case you couldn't tell, but yes. And we have talked about that
We have
already.
talked
We
about
have
it.
talked about but I'm saying
Let it
a
die.
fact. It's nice that you get to be up for it. And then when you're done, you're done.
And
I
then-
know we're done. Then
yes.
we can watch something, and if you fall asleep, it's good. I feel like we spent our time together because this game definitely is something that has to be played with friends. The more, the better the game is. So
Yeah, last night we got to play four of us.
Yes.
So it was me and Ketmia, or Ketmia and I. You saw that?
Wait a minute. Now
I
you're going to
fix
have
that?
to make me think because it's not always I.
But it's Ketmia and I. Yes?
But you can also say Ketmia and me.
Okay. Whatever variation you would like for it to be. There you go. And then my son,
No, you can't say me right now. It's not
Ketmia and
objective.
I.
Yes.
So Ketmia and I, our son, Mike, and his best friend, which is
Land shark.
Land Shark,
The great land
the
shark.
great land shark. All right. The four of us were playing, and it was a good time.
It was not just a good time, but it was something else. I can't quite find the word that I want right now, but
It was
he was reminding
enjoyable.
us that boy is like our son, okay? And they have been friends since 12, 13 years ago,
Right.
okay? Just like we're friends with their parents. And
These are his parents are the friends that we went to go visit in Texas, and then they came for the holidays to visit us here. So we're good friends.
we're in each other's lives. We're
Yes.
family, right? So he made a comment about how he remembers coming over to our house and watching you and I play Halo together, and how he thought it was so cool and the game was so amazing. And I actually remember when he asked his dad for permission to play.
I remember.
And his dad had a conversation with you about like, what's the game about? Let me see it and all this stuff. Because, you know, his parents are obviously going to be very cautious.
We had our time where we weren't allowing
Mikey to play, and then it was like, okay, you can play a little bit, because the
And
thing
then-
is, the
yeah.
game is so exciting that it can become addictive, right?
Yep.
And,
And now looking back on it, I think subconsciously we were holding Mike back from playing because we didn't want him to kick our ass.
because that's where he's at right now.
Yeah.
He actually, a couple nights ago, had us set up a custom game where it was us, two computer robots, against one of him. Okay? And he,
One of him,
yes,
just him.
no, one. Like there was no computer
was- it was
robot. It
four
was
against
just
one.
him. It was 4 against 1. Okay, 2 actual people and 2 AIs against him. And he ran circles around us.
He destroyed us.
He scored twice as many points, beat us, and we were hitting him from every direction. I mean, the kid has talent.
Yes.
If there were Olympics for this, he would be taking home the gold.
And funny enough, that's what he is studying, to make video games.
I mean, how fun for him.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, his friend mentioned that last night, that he had an unfair advantage because he has so much time to practice since this is what he's doing, you know. But anyway, what he had mentioned was just remembering watching us play, and now fast forward, here we are, all of us playing together. You know, and we have such a great relationship with him where it's just easy. Like, sometimes I forget, you know, that he's so young, like our son, because we can have a conversation and we can joke around and laugh about stuff that it's just, he carries himself very well.
Yep. Yeah, he sure
So,
does. So we finished playing with them. Well, we stopped playing with them because we wanted to watch the Patriots and the Bills game. So we stopped. We went and we watched the game. And
what time did it end? 11:30?
right, yeah, but like right around halftime, I was like tired.
Struggling.
I was like bobbing my head back and forth. I was tired. We had taken down Christmas lights, and
It was a busy day
yeah,
yesterday.
we did a lot of stuff yesterday. And during halftime, I kind of nodded off and I took a little 15-minute in and out kind of rest. And all of a sudden, there was this second wind. The game was over, and we were off to bed. It was like 11:45, and we're like, okay, let's go to bed. And we were, went to bed. And while we're laying in bed, Ketmia says, I have a second wind. And I'm like, so do I. And she's like, want to play Halo? Miss Addicted over here. And I was like, sure, let's go play a couple rounds. I thought we were going to go play for like half an hour.
Really?
2:30 in the morning.
And can I tell you?
We had the most incredible games.
Incredible
Both
games.
of us had like destruction on our minds. The other teams,
They didn't know what to do with us.
Listen, I could hear them on the other side raging and throwing controllers because we were destroying them. It was such.
I wish Mikey would have been with us because he would have been so proud.
Yeah, Mike would have been destroying because it just would have been that type of a night. What fun. And I think we stopped because we had the last game that we played on our favorite map. We both had incredible games. And we looked at each other and we're like, it's 2:30. We just ended on such a high note. I think this is where we stop. And that's what we did. So we were able to sleep in a little bit this morning.
Yeah, way more than I was expecting.
Yep. And lots of fun. Halo is a fun time for us.
Yeah. And it has good memories attached from the past as well, I think. So
And I had gotten like
it's near and dear to our heart.
Yeah, like Ketmia and I, we had nicknames that came out of this, and people, called us by that for a long time.
Yeah,
And
even one of the tags on our car.
Yeah, a tag on our vehicle became Wheelman because of something that happened in one of the games where I was driving around on the Warthog and Ketmia was shooting off the turret, and she never died, got 50-something kills in that game, and I got a medal, a Wheelman medal, for every single kill that she had, and my nickname became Wheelman after that.
And only later did I find out that a wheelman is actually a getaway driver for a crime.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Of course you did. We talked about this like in episode 1.
Probably.
About how you know everything. Mr. Walking
know a lot.
Encyclopedia over here.
Well, I'm always looking for stuff to learn and put in my brain.
I always wonder what would have happened if someone had dumped like physics into your brain. Would you be like this? Because you're super smart.
I'm curious. What I'm curious about is I would say science would be something that would be
Most interesting to
most
you?
interesting to me. And I sorry. So something that I talk to my guys all the time about. I have a saying that I say to them, and it's literally just science in Spanish. I just say ciencia because when we do, there's certain things that we do. So we're taking down a tree, for example, and we have a a rope that can hold 3,500 pounds. Okay, it is a very very strong, extremely strong rope, and what we do is we tie it to a branch that we're going to cut off, and then we wrap it around another branch, right? And then I wrap it and I hold it around my waist.
I'm sorry, what?
I wrap the end of the rope around my waist,
And the other end is wrapped around what?
wrapped around the branch,
What?
wrapped around a branch.
Are you telling me that you're using your body to pull on a branch?
Yes. Hold on, let me finish. There's science involved
And then
here.
you come home complaining about back pain.
There's absolutely no weight that's being put on me
Why are you tied to the thing then?
because I'm the one that's going to let it go. It's all science. I remove the entire weight of the branch on the other branches that I wrap this rope around. So I always do 2 loops. So I can take a branch, okay? I actually have a video I can show you later. There's a branch that we took down on Friday that was, I would say, easily over 1,000 pounds, and it's tied to this little rope that can hold 3,500 pounds. Just a simple tie on it, and then I loop it twice over 2 other branches to remove the weight from being on the side of the rope that I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a pulley system.
Okay.
So we cut this large branch, and that branch comes down. I don't feel any of the weight
Really? So
0.
why does it even need to be tied to you?
because if I don't have it tied, if I'm not holding the rope will go off on the pulley and it'll drop straight down.
But why wouldn't you just be able to tie it to another tree or a truck
Because
or something?
I need to let it down.
Oh, okay.
So I'm holding it. I'm the tension that's keeping the pulley from running, from moving.
So just a question.
Mhm.
Could there be human error involved in which the loops are done wrong or whatever, right? And then when the branch is coming down, it would just like pick you off the ground and just like fling you into the tree?
So I have about 40 feet of lead that's underneath.
I know, but that goes very fast when it starts getting pulled, and it's like not enough for you to get out of the hole.
It's not tied to me.
Oh.
I just have it a loose.
Oh,
loose
you don't
knot.
have a knot on
No,
yourself.
it's just a loose wraparound.
Oh, so you could drop it and then it'll
I can just drop it and let it go.
Oh, okay.
So if it
okay,
comes
okay.
down and there's
I imagined you like securely tied
no,
to
no,
it.
no, no, no. I literally can just let it go, and I'd be
Okay.
yeah, I'd
So,
be completely
so
out
fast
of it.
forward to the whole science. Why
So-
are you bringing this up?
I don't know.
We only have like 5 minutes left.
No, we don't.
I mean, for the science thing.
I let you talk all you want, and then I'm talking about a story. Oh, now I remember why we were talking about this. let's give Ketmi a moment.
Water.
Yeah, you have water in front of you.
Oh my god.
Okay, so she can't even look me in the eye.
It's because you looked at the timer to see how much time.
I want to throw something at you. I really do. I'm holding myself back.
Like, no, we have plenty of time.
It's like the timer's gonna run out. It's like it's like it's like we're gonna be in the middle of a conversation and then it's just gonna cut off because time ran out. Are you ready? Can I keep going now?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink my water.
Anyways, so science. So I like that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy. And the guys they look at me and they're like
They're wowed by you.
they're wowed by it. You know? And it's like they just don't
But
they don't
science is like that.
Yes, I know, but
It is wowing.
yeah. So anyways, I feel like
It's just incredibly
I would've-
boring.
yes, some sciences. But I think that's where I would have
Excelled.
excelled. I would have excelled. That was all.
And wow, that was all. See? Did you wrapped up in less than 5 minutes? Okay.
There's still so much day left,
Wow. Okay.
and I feel belittled.
What?
Yes,
Why?
I'm going to cry now.
No, stop it.
I'm going to hide in a corner and die.
You were mentioning to me, though, that you would sort of like to go see what it would be like to be an arborist. Is that what it's
Well,
called?
no, I would like to get my arborist license.
That would be
because
interesting.
That would help me with the business.
Anything that helps. See, that's the thing that is like about you, that there's just, I feel like you're so not one of a kind, but like a rarity. Okay, you enjoy working outside, and not only that, you enjoy working with your hands. You're really, really good at it. You're super intelligent. Like, it's, to me, sometimes I feel like,
Are you trying to butter me up after destroying me for the
no,
last 10
I
minutes?
said this before. I said you're super, super smart. When you started talking about science, that's why you started, because I was
feel-
complimenting you.
I
Okay,
feel like a piece of bread being buttered up.
stop it.
You
Pay
missed
attention.
the spot. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was saying you're super intelligent, and sometimes I feel like anyone could underestimate you and feel like your talents are completely wasted running a landscaping business, right? But it's like I feel like your intelligence is beyond book smart, because I don't actually feel like you like books, right? There's just
I'd
you
like
just know things.
Yes.
You like to, if something interests you, all of a sudden you're going to do a ton of research and you're going to know everything there is about
I
that.
love trade stuff.
Yes, you do. And not only that, you're really good at business. I remember one of the things that that was your selling point, any place that you went to when you were trying to get a new job in retail, was I went into this store and this is how much money they were making. And now this is what we're making now. And it was clearly all because you had implemented different things, that now there was more revenue, more sales,
The crazy
there was
thing,
growth.
It's all simple principles.
I don't think it's as simple as you say. I think it's simple for you, but if it were
the
simple, then every business would be profitable, and
Not if they don't have someone who can execute them.
and that's what I'm saying. So, but like nobody, I don't remember you telling me that you had anyone who had taken you under their wing and taught you all of these trade secrets. There was just something to you that just made sense when you would see how a business was operating. Well, if we were to do this, we're going to increase profitability. And it was just like amazing that you could always go anywhere and say, I'm an asset to you guys. I'm going to increase your sales. And in fact, in some of the jobs that you had, they would send you to other stores that were doing badly, go get them straightened out, which is terrible, by the way.
Everywhere.
I think it's terrible.
That
to
was
do
every job.
So, to me, it's just like now you've come in, you have fresh eyes. Your dad has had this business running for so many years. He has built the clientele. He built this business from the ground up pretty much, right? And
They
he's
started They started in the back of a truck,
Imagine
a
that.
pickup truck
You
that
know?
was like falling apart, and now, you know,
And,
thankfully we've had, he had such a good run, in the business to get it to where it's at today, and then it's like he made the cake and I'm putting icing.
I feel like he built Rome, and now you're just, you're
Yeah.
just growing it. You're
Yeah.
just expanding it. You're maintaining. I mean, there's all of these great things that I feel like it's such a great combination of you're coming in to like, for example, even thinking about, okay, how do we cut down costs? How do we increase profits? Something as simple as getting an arborist, license, that you could now explore completely new territory in your business, have, perhaps even a whole other team
Yeah.
that you get I mean, there's just your opportunities are just
Expand the mind.
endless, boundless. The end.
The end.
Do you feel buttered?
Yeah, pretty good. We should talk about the mattress guy.
Oh, the mattress guy. I don't remember what exactly we said last week about it, that
We literally just said.
yeah, but why were we going to talk about him? I don't know. I actually think
it was at the end of our chat, and you're like, "Oh."
I think it's because
we
I was
needed-
laughing.
We needed to talk about the mattress guy.
Yes. So
And
I
then you just
remember.
said,
I'm going to say what I was going to say about it, and then you add whatever you're going to say. But I don't remember if we said that we went to go shop for a mattress. Did we talk about that at all? So after almost 22 years, right? Here we are. Finally, you have budged, and we have gotten a king size bed. Okay. To me, this has been so many years in the making. It is the fulfillment of a bucket list item. Can you believe that was in my bucket list?
"Okay."
And last night was our first night sleeping on it. Okay. That's a whole other story. But a king size bed. The only time I've slept on a king size bed with you is if we've rented a hotel with a king size bed or something like that. But to me, I'm thoroughly I'm pro the space, the option of space, right? And then I don't know why, but finally you said you relented because you've been like, no, I'm good with a queen. I'm good with a queen. And then you finally said, okay, let's go to king. And so we went to go get the mattress, and this guy who was there, he seemed like such a quiet soul, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was the only person in the store. There were no other customers. I feel like he was just used to like a quiet life, very like easygoing and just like
Was it a
orderly.
Saturday night that we went?
It was. It was shocking. Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
It was a Saturday night, and when we walked in, I could feel coming off of his, like radiating off of him. He was like, "Why are you bothering me?"
no.
On a Saturday
don't
night,
say that about Zaki.
I was hoping to get to the end of the night without having to do anything.
No, he looked tired. He
Yeah,
did look tired, but he had a tired smile. But
And they
I
run-
actually
and-
thought they were closed.
and
Their
they-
lights were sort of dim.
They run these stores. I couldn't believe that they have a lone person there.
Why, apparently mattresses are not something people are shopping for.
I know, but for safety.
Yeah, for safety, yeah. But then you go to a 7-Eleven at night and they have a female operating
Yeah, I know.
the register by herself. So
I guess.
anyway, so you and I were in rare form that night. We were. That's
say-
why I
hold
was
on,
saying
hold
I
on.
wanted to talk about him.
We say rare form.
But it's
but
normal form.
It's normal form for us.
But I'm saying there's sometimes, like yesterday, you kept saying, ooh, this banter that we have. Like, even we can notice, right? Even we can notice when we're a little bit more.
Yes,
There's a little bit more spice.
Our banter yesterday, all day long, was like over the top.
That's what I'm saying.
But we had,
even for us, this is like when Ricky would say weird for Lucy, like that's weird. Okay. If it was that weird, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So so we walked in and we were just like any little thing that he would say, we had some comment to make that I feel like he wasn't really sure, like, should I laugh? Are they joking? Are they being serious?
And the thing about it is that you could tell that English was a second language.
Yes.
So he did very well. He spoke very well, but you could tell that he had to stop and think, and he would sometimes reverse the words or put it in a different order or whatever it was, as he was talking to us. And we were in such a giggly mood already that it just, anything made us laugh. Anything made us even more silly.
Right.
And Katmia was double that because she was spicy in her demeanor.
Yes, and a good spicy.
In a good spicy,
not
yeah.
like an.
But it was funny.
But I don't remember what comment was that he made about, "Are you married?" or something. Do you remember he said something like that?
Yeah, he asked
when he was getting our information. I don't.
Well, we had talked to him about the fact that we had the last time that we had bought a bed was 20 years ago, and that we were finally looking to get.
Please, nobody criticize us or judge us for
Listen,
having kept our 20-year-old mattress.
But let me tell you something. Our 20-year-old mattress still lives.
It's legendary. They don't make it like that anymore.
Incredible. It's still such an amazing mattress that our daughter She begged to be able to keep it after. So it's now hers. So who knows how much longer it'll go.
Yeah. But anyway.
So we made that statement, and he was like, it almost like took him aback a little bit. And then he mentioned that that they had a bed, that he and his wife had just gotten married, and then he's like, "Are you guys married?" So just I'm pretty sure he noticed this, and that's not something that he said. So I'm speculating, but I don't wear a ring.
Neither do I. I like people to think I'm available, and then for me to tell them, sorry. The ship has sailed.
So I don't wear a ring because I've attempted to wear a ring, and I have destroyed how many already?
10.
At least. And I either break them, I get them caught on something. My original wedding band got caught in a freezer that I was trying to defrost, and I almost took my finger off.
Let's not talk about why you were defrosting a freezer. It's just the fact that you took your finger off. Almost.
I was working at Winn-Dixie.
Okay.
You make it seem like if I was doing something bad.
Why would you assume I mean that?
Because you just said, let's not talk about why you were defrosting a freezer.
People are going to be saying, freezers are supposed to be frozen. Why were you defrosting? What were you doing? That required your hand to be in a freezer that's being defrosted when all you have to do is open the door and unplug it.
Hold on. Let me try again.
No, that's what I said. Let's not talk about it.
Hold on. I was defrosting the coils on a freezer that had frozen over. Is that better?
Okay.
So that started with that. And then I went to a different band, and I lost that band.
Are we going to go through all 10?
No, I'm not going to go through all 10. What is wrong with you? Now I'm going to go through all 10. So the second one I lost, right?
Sorry.
And then And then we went to Universal because we had Universal passes, and we got bands that I had her name on mine, and she had my name on hers. And in one of the shows, one of the jet ski shows, of all things, the guy turns the jet ski around and shoots a shot of water right at me, like to wet the crowd, and he hit my hand, and it was like Lord of the Rings, remember?
Yes,
The ring went
exactly.
flying up into the air, and then it fell into the lake. So we lost it there. And then I tried the rubber rings, the Quelo rings or whatever those called, and I just kept on breaking them. And when I lost the last one, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm just not going to put them on anymore. And I haven't had a ring since. So my assumption in all this is that I think he saw that we didn't have any rings and we were purchasing a mattress together. And we
Babe,
had,
nobody's going to be thinking that in nowadays.
oh yeah, people
What?
do, especially someone who's not originally from this country.
Perhaps.
There are,
Perhaps.
yeah. So, anyways,
He right. He made a comment like you guys are married, yeah? Like it was kind of like a question, right? And I was like, bro, if you kept me around this long and you didn't marry me, it was just between me and you that I said that.
Uh-huh.
And he was like laughing. And then there was just other things.
yeah, just little things here and there, and we just kept on.
I feel
just,
answering not in a
it
conventional
was
way.
okay. So he was the third wheel.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Not in a bad way.
Inadvertently, he became the third wheel to our conversation.
Because all these little things were just back
was
and
our
forth.
banter.
Yes, we were going back and forth, and we would make ourselves laugh. And he was the fly on the wall. He got a live podcast, people.
He did.
It was a live podcast.
And then
And why could not see? That's what I wish we could just like record stuff like this.
amazing. Well, we talked about it though. While we were sitting there, you said this is gonna make great content for the podcast.
I did.
Remember we said that.
I did.
And then something happened where I made him laugh with something I said. I don't even remember what it was. And you said, I have to live with this every day. And he said, actually, it sounds like fun. And that's why I wanted to talk about the mattress guy,
Yes.
because I had like a wheezing attack there too, and I was laughing, and I was just going with it, because if I try to just like suppress it,
Yes.
it's just worse. And I thought, wow, someone else like appreciates that. And it made me think about it last week because I was laughing, and then we had just bought the mattress, and you see how it all ties
It all
together.
ties together. So, anyways, we gave live performance.
Wow. But that's
a live performance of the this and that chat, and he didn't even know it.
he didn't even know it. He didn't even know it.
So, Zachy, if you ever come across
The this and that
the
chat.
this and that chat, and you hear this episode, we're talking about you. And you are welcome because you are the first person to enjoy the live show. And I don't know if anyone else will get it.
Right. And so to wrap up, last night we slept on our on our new king mattress, and it
Wait.
was
We laid down on it. This is before we hadn't even put sheets on it yet. It just got delivered, ripped out of the plastic, put down, and we jumped on it. And she's like, kept me was like, lay down the way you will at night. And I laid down, and she laid down, and we were like, where are you? we were like making
So
like calling
far away.
across the room. Where are you?
Can I tell you something though? One of my main complaints and reasons to ask to get another mattress, a bigger mattress, is because you nowadays, this is something new that you're doing, that you like to sleep like with your arms extended. So there are several times where I would wake up because my head was hurting, because your arm was resting on my head. So it was it's like wearing a headband. That's why I don't wear headbands, because it gives me a headache. And so I'd wake up with your hand on top of mine, and it was like, bro, please, like, move your arm the other way. Okay.
Did you just have a Spanish accent?
Listen,
Bro, please.
bro,
Wait, bro.
listen. And so then that would happen. And it was like, I get it that you need to sleep like that. And I want you to sleep comfortable, but not on top of my head, please.
Bro, please.
Okay. And last night, at no point ever in the night did I feel you with your arms on top of me. In fact, there were several times where I had to scoot myself closer to you, and somehow I would end up on the other side again. And then I just enjoyed thoroughly the fact that we had our space.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I
That's
want
good.
to clarify, we do share the same blanket. And we actually heard from several couples in the past that they don't understand how we can share the blanket. We have always shared our
Well,
blanket.
Yes, and I use you as my heating blanket.
Still, though? Or has
Yes.
that changed?
No, still.
Because I don't feel as hot as I was before.
No, still.
Hotter.
What?
Did you hear anything I said to you?
You just said I don't feel hot anymore. Hotter. What?
I feel hotter.
Do you feel hotter? You're not as cold. There's a difference.
Yes.
There's a difference between being hot and not being cold.
Right? I am cold.
There you go.
I am cold. Which is interesting that you would feel like I still radiate heat
Oh, you do?
if I feel cold.
Yes.
That's very strange, no?
No. It's less. It's turned down a little bit. But yes.
Either way, we're now waiting for our bedroom furniture to get here because it's in one of those shipment ships
Containers that's out in
in the
who knows
ocean.
where. Mm-hmm.
And we're waiting. Sometime next month, we're supposed to have it.
Yep.
And then we'll finally have our whole set complete.
Yep. Yuppity yup yup.
Oh, last thought.
Last thought.
Last thought.
Go.
The man who sold us the bed said that he always found that sleeping on a queen was borderline like a bit much. How can you sleep with someone else on a queen? I forgot to tell him that my parents to this very day sleep on a full-size mattress. They have always slept on a full-size mattress. My mom does not know what the space of a queen even brings, let alone for her to
Could you
even dream
imagine?
that there is a king.
Could you imagine
You know that they
going
offered.
to king?
My brothers and sisters offered when they moved to their new house to buy them a bigger bed, a queen-size bed. And my mom said, "No, we want to keep our small one," because it was mostly because her room is small, right? So she really doesn't have a lot of room there. But perhaps if it had been bigger, perhaps she would have said yes. But I marvel at the fact that they sleep in a full-size bed, and I've seen them laying down. It is not like they're squished into each other. I do not know how, but they've made it work somehow. It's amazing. I can't even imagine sleeping on a full-size bed.
And on the other side, my parents have been in a king-size bed for as long as I could possibly remember.
And surprising that you didn't want one then.
I think the problem was that we couldn't afford one. I don't think we could afford one. And we went with the queen when we bought.
When we bought it.
Last story, and then we're
I
gonna
feel
stop.
like we told this story too, though.
I don't know. Well, we need to though.
Okay.
So I'm
new
working.
year, new story.
Yes. So I'm working at CVS, and the parking lot where I was an extremely busy parking lot. So I would walk out to my car every single day, and I was loaded with different cards of things that people were selling. And this one time, I got a card that said mattress, like come get a mattress or mattress special sales or whatever it was. So I was like, let's just call and see what's up.
Mattress was only spelled with one T, though.
Yeah, it was bad. It was such a bad advertisement.
We were like, oh, that was just a misprint.
Yeah,
Because
whatever.
it was Mattress King, but only with one T.
With only one, right. So we call him up, and he's like, yeah, come to my warehouse. Come look at it.
I have anything you want.
I have everything and anything you want. Great price.
Any size.
Queen, $300.
We're like, what?
And we're like, any queen? He's like, any queen I have, $300. I was like, okay.
We were like, do you have any of that new memory foam stuff? Remember, that was new.
Oh, yeah.
That was new.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's
the big
like,
name was Tempur-Pedic.
yeah. And he's like, yeah. No, Posturepedic.
No, the new
The
name.
new name was Tempur-Pedic.
Yes. Everyone was talking about this NASA,
NASA
material and all that stuff.
So we're like, well, let's go. And we drove over there.
And I'm waiting, like, where's the store?
And I'm driving down this row of warehouses. And I'm like,
I was like, babe, you're in the wrong place.
I'm like, we're going to die. This is it. We're going to die.
I can't believe you thought that. And with our little children in the back.
Yep. So the guy comes out and he's like, right here. And he pulls open the big
storage
garage door slide thing that comes up. And he is loaded with mattresses. It's just wall to wall mattresses. And we're like, do you have like the Tempur-Pedic? And he's like, I have a Posturepedic. And he goes and he pulls it and he throws it on the floor.
On the floor.
And he says, get on. And we're like, it's got plastic on it. And like, he's like, yeah. Jump on, you'll see. And we jumped on and we're like, $300 for this? He's like, yeah. I'll throw in a box spring. So he throws in the box spring and the mattress for $300. I paid, we loaded it, and
I think we just tried to get out of there so fast because at that point I was like,
Yeah,
I don't feel
we
like
figured
this
it.
is actually his store.
yeah, we figured it out. Those mattresses were stolen.
They had to have been.
There's no
If
other...
we have misjudged him all these years, I feel terrible. But there's no way that he was like he had a business. Let's say that he even had a startup.
We bought a $5,000 mattress for $300.
And that's why it stayed with us for 20 years.
Yeah.
Then it's true. Their warranty of that they last that long, that has another 20 years in it.
It's incredible.
And we have tried to find that exact same mattress, and they don't
no
make
luck.
it anymore. They changed it, but it's incredible. So thank you to Warehouse Guy.
Yep. But this time we weren't lucky. It wasn't a $300 mattress.
No, this time we went to Mattress King with 2 T's.
Yeah. And it, Mattress Firm.
Mattress Firm, and that 300 had an extra 0 in it or something.
Lordy. Help me, Jesus. Anyways.
All right.
With that, we end our stories for today. And we will be back next week with more stories because we haven't
to talk about school.
We haven't even scratched the surface of our life and the craziness that we live in. So come back next week, enjoy our conversations, and
stay warm and toasty.
Yeah, stay warm and toasty. There's a lot of cold going on. And tell them to come listen to us in our insanity. Yes?
Till next time.
Till next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.